Hello, this is Jacqueline, and today is September 16th, 2010, and we just finished up a group talk here at Bilingual FM, and today's topic was a very popular thing in Japan, and it's fashion, and specifically fashion in Japan, which we compared to fashion around the world. So we talked about how fashion in Japan compares to fashion in America and also in Europe, and how Japanese people, or at least we decided in the center of Tokyo, fashion is very important. What you look like and what you wear to make yourself presentable and look good for other people. Also, we talked about the restrictions that people have in Japan in what you are allowed to wear to work. For example, businessmen typically wear a black or dark suit with a light shirt and a tie, and a lot of people are wearing this. A lot of business people are wearing this same outfit, so there are also restrictions, more restrictions with fashion in Japan as far as business goes. But we also decided that fashion in Japan is very popular. People always like to look really great. And there were a few things that we discussed for English mistakes, and one was so the sentence that was incorrect was there aren't much people. So there aren't much people who do this, or there aren't much people who dress like this. So the correct way to say it is there aren't many people. So instead of much people, it's many people. And another thing was, for example, when you want to give an example of something, you can say such as. So the mistake that was made was such like. So before you give an example of something, you can say such as. I have visited many of the cities which are famous for fashion, such as London, Tokyo, Milan, Paris, and New York. So it replaces for example. You say such as, so not such like, but such as. Another important thing that we all talked about today was, so the incorrect sentence was, almost business person use this service. So we wanted to say that almost all business people use this service, or almost no people use this service. So adding the all or the no gives you the amount of people. So saying almost business people doesn't give you the amount. So you have to say almost all business people, which means many business people, or almost no business people, which means very few business people. So just the small word in between there, all or no, and that gives you the amount, so we understand. Another thing was, nobody said this incorrectly, but they weren't sure how to say the sentence, so they wanted to say something came in many colors. So for example, this dress comes in many colors. And so it's not with many colors, and it's not of many colors, but in many colors. So something comes in many colors. And then there was, if something is made out of a certain material, you say made with this material. For example, this cake is made with real cocoa. Or you can say made from this material. So this shirt is made from wool. So with a material or from a material. The new vocabulary words that we learned today was funny one, a noun, which is wax, and it's the material that candles are made from. So for example, I learned how to make a basket made from wax. And in the very same discussion, we learned the verb to weave, the action weaving. So weaving is a craft, a textile craft made from interlacing threads like this to create a fabric or a cloth or a rug on your floor. So you can make shirts or clothing with it. Also, weaving can be done with grass, for example, to make a grass mat or a grass skirt. So in an example sentence, you can say, I learned how to weave a basket with palm leaves. So so she wove a basket using the leaves from a palm tree. So she wove the leaves together to make a basket. With this, there's also the adjective, which is woven. So if something is woven, it means that somebody weaved it and it is now woven, a woven material or a woven basket. And you can usually find this word with hand woven. So lots of things in other countries are hand woven. So in an example sentence, I bought a new scarf. It was hand woven in Thailand. So this means it was woven by hand and not by machine. So this is the adjective woven. And that's all we talked about in today's group talk. So I hope it was helpful and I hope you learned something. So I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.